Okay, so I thought it might be interesting to show everybody Zen. This is an application I've been working on. It is entirely a hobby application, it's not for sale or anything like that. And it's using historic data I have obtained from Betfair. You can obtain it from the historical data portion of the website. They have lots of different levels of data granularity available to purchase. So, what you can see here is a calendar widget which lets you cycle through different months and different days, also different years. And if I click on any of these days that are highlighted in bold, these are days with data. So we have a look here. I can look at any of these races and see exactly what happened during any of these. So if we have a look at the 1550 Bath, 2 mile, 1 furlong handicap, you can see the interface is basically like a trading application, and we can fast forward through, see precisely what happened, go back, fast forward, go back, fast forward. Here you see the current local time in terms of the position you've selected in the market. In blue is post time, in red is in play time. This is total traded volume. Traded volume for each of the runners here, and last traded price for each of the runners here. We can cycle through and have a look at different runners as well. So this is super useful on its own, but another nice feature is the ability to simulate trading. So if I open this race and I hit play, I can play back the race in real time, and we can place bets. You see the market moves as if it was real, so you can move before you can put a bet in as well. And you can see, as this is an Irish race, it's pretty volatile. So it is, of course, simulating the betting side of things. It in fact takes a pessimistic view of your position in the queue. So it should be somewhat realistic, although of course your impact on the market is not measured. This is a kind of a simplistic implementation. But what I find interesting about this is it opens up possibilities for new ways of learning to trade. Another feature here is I have graphs that indicate the prices for each of the runners that are being shown, which is pretty nice. So it opens up the possibility of you being able to sit here, reach a point in the market, decide, okay, I'm going to pause it. Let me assess the situation. Where should my next bet go? Or should I bet at all? So let's say, for whatever reason, you've decided, I want to bet here. You put the bet in, you restart the market, and you let it run for a little bit longer. And then you do the same thing again, and you pause it. You say, okay, I think at this point it would be good for me to exit here. And then you restart again, and you repeatedly do that over and over. And you might wonder, right, that is no way to learn how to trade, because obviously in the real world you're not going to be able to do that. Well, the idea is you do that, but you gradually reduce the amount of time you have available to be able to sit there and analyze. You reduce it bit by bit by bit until you reach a point where there's no pausing whatsoever. And then at that point, you're in a position where you can go ahead and apply the techniques in real life. But you've had that opportunity to hone your skills and refine your skills. Another nice thing about this is you can go back and try things again. So I can go back here and hit play again, and go back here, and you can try and deal with the situation over and over again and work on improving it bit by bit by bit. And so that opens up another window of possibility. And so these two things, and the ability to analyze these historic races, is the reason I wrote this, and I think it's come out pretty well. I spent a few days on a long weekend that I took off from work to create the initial version. I've tweaked it a bit since, but I've been very happy with how well I've got it to work. It has taken a hell of a lot of work to do this, but I think this is just a hugely useful tool for me to improve my manual trading, which I'm not very good at the moment. Another great thing about this for me is I cannot be around for a lot of the races, particularly during obviously the working week during the day. Even the evening races, sometimes I can't get back in time for. This enables me to practice race after race after race without timing being of any importance whatsoever. So that's a really cool and useful feature too. So hopefully you found that interesting. I thought maybe people would like to see what this application is like, and hope you enjoyed that.